Alright, what is up my entertainment junkies? And today I have a few tips for Sunbreak Endgame. Now, Monster Hunter Rise has been out for quite a while on PC and Switch for Sunbreak, so y'all, people on that platform have probably already figured these things out. But this is more for the consoles, for when they get to Sunbreak and finally get to Endgame. And it might help you on Endgame of Rise too. So the first tip is gonna have some backstory about why it's in here. We're gonna go with Wirefall. Monster Hunter has not really ever been that fast paced of a game. In Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak, it seems like they wanted faster paced action, so they needed to up our mobility a lot. So they introduced Wirefall. Now for Monster Hunter Rise, yeah, Wirefall isn't amazing. It doesn't really screw you over as much. But once you get into Sunbreak, especially in the end game, without spoiling anything, the monsters are a lot faster and have combos. Wirefall can actually screw you over. So at the beginning of the game is the crutch. Once you get into Sunbreak, it can easily be a liability if you don't know what you're doing. So, 1, don't rely too heavily on Wirefall. Take the hit and stay down until the combo finishes. Once you get better, you will be able to use Wirefall for an advantage and get into a monster's weak point for a more aggressive gameplay. Which leads us to tip number 2. Aggression. For Sunbreak, it may seem like they want you to play aggressively. Monsters having higher health pool. But no. You need to take your time. You play too aggressively, you will get punished. And coming from someone who plays games by running their head against the wall millions of times until I finally breaks through it, yeah, you're gonna have to be more conscious. You got plenty of time. This is not like other Monster Hunter games. I've taken my time on plenty of hunts, and I have never once gotten in danger from the 50-minute timer. So you have plenty of time. Take your time. Do not let the ability to play fast-paced trick you into playing fast-paced. And finally, the third thing is keep to the basics, especially when you're fighting monsters that you don't know. Something that I've seen a lot of players forego in this game is probably the thing that could save you the most, and that is the Superman dive. Do not forget about this. There are a lot of situations where you use all of the fancy wire bugs moves that if you would have just Superman dove, you would have survived. But because you used wire bugs, you didn't go quite far enough, you get hit. You didn't go quite the right direction, you get hit. Use your invincibility frames. Now, are wire bugs bad? No, especially not whenever you have fought the monster and know its patterns enough. Because, going back to the first thing, wire falling can be pretty good on a very aggressive playstyle if you have a build built for taking hits and doing damage. Like, what was it? A resentment build. You take a hit, and wire fall back and go in for heavy attacks while resentment is activated. In combining that with the knockback skill that whenever you Counter-Strike, I think is the name of it, you are going to do a lot of damage by taking hits, especially when you add heroics into it. But you have to know the monster to be able to play like that, because you're going to be constantly getting hit and constantly in danger of having low health. And all the fancy moves, like a certain combo for great sword and stuff like that, truthfully, stick with what you know. Once you learn the monsters enough, if you want to play around with those new moves and stuff, go for it. But they may seem beginner friendly, but they will get you killed fast. Alright, so that was 3 tips for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak Endgame. I hope this helped you out. If you think it did, you think it will help you out in the future, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button. If you think I'm just one-sided, one-dimensional, old school, or you think I'm gonna hinder you at the end, you can go ahead and hit that dislike. Leave a comment for other things that helped you out. Go ahead and share the information, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.